Welcome to How the Blank Entertainment, brought to you by What the Blank Entertainment. I f***ed that up.
That's right. We got to clap it anyway.
Okay. Welcome to How the Blank by What the Blank Entertainment. This is How the New Year. I'm Braxton Brewster. I'm the COO of What the Blank Entertainment.
I'm Jackson. I'm the audio producer of What the Blank Entertainment.
And I am still the child wrangler for both of these two. At least starting into the year. We'll see how that goes, but I don't think that position is changing anytime soon.
Wait, I thought I was the child wrangler. You're the CEO, right?
Yes.
So this episode's all about really the new year, right? And kind of what our goals are as a company, and kind of introducing ourselves, right? And kind of what we want to accomplish this year. So I'll start first, right? So my whole role is theater. Right, I do all the productions. I make sure that if theater is done by What the Blank Entertainment, I have a say. You know, I'm in charge of it. And so our goal for this year is to have at least 3 productions, 2 educational productions for children, and 1 non-educational / live show, right? And so that's kind of our goal. We're okay if we just get the 2 children's performances, but as long as we perform at least 3 times, I'll be happy. You know?
Okay.
And so that's one of like my biggest goals for What the Blank this year, and trying to get the Kim project, right? My children's theater project really up on its feet and in a lot of schools in Utah County and Salt Lake County, and get a lot of kids interested in that. So that's like my first big goal. What's yours, Jackson?
Well, currently I am looking to just get these overloading projects done for one of my clients. We have a lot of stuff that we're doing since the audio side and the music department is a new section for What the Blank. There's a lot of things that we have in store for what we want to do, but currently the next few months we're looking to start bringing on some more help and getting some more clients in, and we're talking to a few people, and we're going to start working on getting some more projects going. And eventually later in the year I would like to start getting events and at least smaller venues and shows set up, but that would be something that I really want to start doing by the end of the year, if we can get there. But yeah.
No, those are good goals.
Yeah.
Good goals. My goal is basically the same. I started this as mainly just a unique live theater company to do live events and keep it entertaining, and I'm trying to change it on the way to be what these guys' dreams will turn into and what they're working on now, because we've come a long way in the last year. And we're changing it from live events and taking it onto newer media, like what we're doing here, to be able to connect with more people. Mm-hmm. Because we might have started as a live entertainment business, but really at our core, we're a people business. Mm-hmm. And the whole point of everything I want to do is just to be able to provide more value to people's lives, especially in the entertainment industry, where people are there's so many ways you can go, get lost, confused, abused, and just set clearer, better pathways for people. And I'm going to keep doing that as long as I possibly can. Yeah. So that's my goal every year, all year. and bringing these 2 out and up to where they were, that gives me a lot more opportunity to find new people to help and bring on with us.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah, no. So yeah, let's like also shift to like personal goals, like what you guys want to do this year too, like, because we can go into that. Okay. Right? Like, one goal for me is really just so one goal that I accomplished this year is I finally I'm graduating right? With my
Congratulations,
with my bachelor's degree, right? Woo! Yeah. And so that was like my huge goal, right? For the past year, I'm like, I have to graduate this year. I am not going to school in 2024. Not happening. But now that like it's over, I'm like, whoa, what am I gonna work on? Right, and like this company will be like one huge thing that I'm working on, but I realized for myself I want like 2024 to be kind of a year that I can work on myself and be able to help more people. And so kind of like one of my biggest goals for 2024 is to help out more people and to find ways to give back to the community through like either the Kim Project or through just more service, and be able to really just help the community that has helped me, you know, and that's like one of my biggest goals for 2024.
Yeah, I like that. Personally, for me, I mean, I have a bunch of different things that I would like to do and like to have accomplished and finished. Since I started working with What the Blank, I never really had a lot of opportunities to actually let my talent shine before. I've never really given, you know, my stuff to people before, really, because I just never really looked at myself or my stuff like that. And so one reason why I am actually really happy to start working with What the Blank and helping out with these projects is now I'm allowing myself to get out there more and actually get more, whether it's in the public eye or I can get my music heard by more people. And now that I'm actually working with a live performer and my music is going to be performed on stage by a live performer, it makes perfect sense to start actually getting my music out there more in other ways, whether it's with other singers or songwriters or other performers or whatever it is. And so one of my goals, the main thing, is mostly to build confidence in myself and to allow myself to let my creativity flow into the world and allow people to hear my stuff. And even if it means receiving negative feedback, I don't care, because that's the whole point of growth. You have to take that negative feedback and build yourself off of it. And so that's one of my biggest goals that I want to do. Obviously, like working out more and building muscle and like eating healthy, blah blah blah.
I'm great at that.
I don't know about eating healthy, but I eat.
Bruh.
But
Make sure nothing's wasted. I think that's a good goal too.
Okay. That's fair. I agree. There you go. So what about you then, Brandon?
So my goal for this year on a personal level is going to be really hard, and it could be hard or it could be easy. I want to cut back on my caffeine because I am a caffeine monster, completely addicted. First thing in the morning, last thing at night. So I want to cut back on caffeine, but not go to prison.
That's going to be a tough one for you.
It's going to be hard, but on the other side, if I do end up going to prison, they won't have caffeine as freely available as I have it now. So that is both motivation and consequences. But at least I know I will meet my goal.
Holy crap.
So those Dr. Peppers I got you, is it your last kick for the year before you like start weaning off of it?
He's got a few days.
You know, I said that my last 3 24 packs.
All right.
But the new year is just coming in. So, you know, I'm enjoying as many as I can until that happens.
Yep.
And then going into isolation.
All right.
Cold turkey, huh?
No,
Dang.
I'm going to wean off. Wean it off.
Wing it off?
Yeah.
Wean?
Oh, that's one thing I will not sacrifice is chicken wings. So
All right.
caffeine first, chicken wings never. Those are my 2 vices that anyone can control me with if they have the right budget.
What are your favorite kind of chicken wings?
My favorite kind?
Which ones?
Oh, dude, I love so many. Like if I could eat one thing only ever, it'd be different kinds of chicken wings.
All right.
I love different kinds of barbecue. I love them hot. I love like
Yes.
Asian zing style. I love
Yeah.
garlic parmesan style.
Oh, yeah.
I like chicken and garlic is just like the perfect combination anyways.
Well,
Yes, dude.
well, like there's
Yes.
that place in like Heber, Utah that we went to.
Yes.
That had such great wings. It was this like little bar.
When was
Right?
this?
This was during Edward Tulane.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who actually
okay.
we just wrapped up with.
Yeah.
yeah.
So we wrapped up that in September, end of September, beginning of October, right? And we were like, oh, we should do like a cast like party, right? And so we go to and two of the funeral directors are like, oh, there's this place that has really good food, and we should go there. And what's funny is they're vegan, right? And so they just ordered fries. That's all they ordered, but they love the alcohol there because alcohol is vegan. Most alcohol is, and so they like love the alcohol there, and so like they're getting drunk. Well, Brandon.
Wait, the funeral directors were.
Yeah.
But me and Braxton's over there getting food drunk.
Yeah. And we have these wings, and I get all of their herbs and spices, like their dry rubs. I get all. I think it was 6 of them.
Yeah, it was 6 spices altogether, and then I got the hottest one that they could offer me.
And I thought it was gonna be okay. Oh my gosh, having all those dry rubs together was phenomenal. It was so freaking good.
That's awesome.
Like, it was so good. We're getting off topic a little bit.
No, there's no such thing as
There's no such thing as off topic
No,
on a podcast. No, way.
But no, me and Braxton go out and we go on like these big food adventures, and it's not even planned. We'll just go out somewhere and be like, oh, they have so many options of this random thing we've never had before.
Huh.
We might not ever come back. Let's get them all.
We didn't get them all, but usually we try to get at least like 3 options that we split between each other.
Okay.
So like at the wing thing, we got four different types of wings, right?
Because it was like $10 for a pound.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was a good deal.
And you could do 2 flavors per pound, and I was like, okay, we'll both get a pound of wings, and we'll swap a few so we can try a bunch. So I did dry rub, and then I did their garlic parmesan. Their garlic parmesan was so
Those are
freaking good.
great.
And I did all their dry rubs, and it was just so good. And you did like their barbecue.
Yeah, it was like a Korean barbecue, and it was like it was hot. Like it was one of those that you ate a few, and you're like, oh well, this isn't really all that hyped up to be. But by the 4th one, your lips are peeling off your face because you didn't let it set long enough. It was one of those.
Man.
Yeah.
That's one thing I would love to learn how to do this coming year is to learn how to make really good wings.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wings and sauce.
Master skills.
I would
No,
love to do that this year.
The thing is, I know how to do it, right? It's just more, I want to know like from scratch,
Yes,
you know,
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, you have to get like the wing meat, chop it up,
Yep.
right? But like once you fry it, like you fry it twice, right? And then you sauce it, right? And then you can actually either fry it one more time or you can steam it. That's what
People steam their wings?
Yeah, so that's what they do to like
I didn't know that.
get the sauce to like
Glaze on it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's
See,
interesting.
I didn't know that because it
I
just
didn't
comes
know
out
that.
on a plate and
Yeah.
then I eat it.
Yeah, see, I love cooking.
It just shows up and you're like, nom nom nom.
Yeah, see, I love cooking. Cooking's like like one of my favorite pastimes. And the thing is, my wife's super picky on the food that she eats. So like, I haven't been able to like experiment as much lately because like, and so I'm like, I'm missing that. And so like, that's kind of like one of my goals this year is to like, kind of for my lunches for me, like experiment a little bit when I cook in the morning because I've been cooking in the morning and so I don't have to cook for her as like in the morning as much. So like I'll like
So much for breakfast and bed, huh?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
well no like I'll still like cook her but she likes a certain like shake that you make in the morning. So I just like would make the shake and then make me something right for like lunch and breakfast.
Okay.
And so I'm thinking of like experimenting again. And that's like one of my goals. And like maybe I like come up with a really good wing recipe. Because like I have a great salsa recipe. But like wings. Like but me and my wife make amazing homemade pizzas. Like, cause we do stuffed crust,
Oh,
on them.
homemade stuffed crust. I've never had that.
Like we
You were so into it, like you were daydreaming.
I was thinking about it, man.
Like?
I was like, whoa. I've had stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, but I've never had the homemade.
No, and what we do is, you know, the string cheese.
Yeah.
Right. Like we put a whole, like solid string cheese in the whole
Holy
crust.
cow.
Like we go all the way around with it, just because. Like we're like, no, we want more cheese. Where's the cheese, right? Like
Constipation.
That's a good way to put it. Less caffeine, more constipation.
There you go.
It's a healthier life.
Just eat more cheese.
yeah, but we do that, and it makes the crust so good. Like and so we usually do like meat lovers. That's our favorite one
that's
to
good.
do. We do like meat lovers, and then we add olives because my wife loves olives.
Okay.
Right, and then on half we'll do like pineapple because I really like pineapple and so does she. But it doesn't keep really well after. Like it doesn't taste as good the next day.
Okay.
Right, so we do like half, and we eat the half with pineapple, and then we store the other half for like lunches the next day.
Interesting.
And so like, yeah, that's another goal of mine is to kind of do a little bit more food prep so that one, I lose a little bit of weight, right? Because I'm getting on, I'm like in the 250s right now, and I'd like to like lose a little bit for health reasons because I have blood pressure issues and all that, and I would just like love to just like eat to like eat a little bit healthier, and I think food prepping will be really good. So like that's kind of like one of my goals with that, and hopefully it works. But because I've noticed like diet is what helps me the best. Like even if I don't exercise, like if I change my diet even just a little bit to be a little bit more healthy, I lose weight. Like one time, I did this during Christmas time in 2019. We had this like work goal, right, to like lose weight, and whoever lost the most weight to their goal, right? So like we did a percentage base, right? So everyone had a certain goal, and whatever they got percentage wise, whoever got the highest percentage wise won. And
that's cool.
And so like our manager would get us something. I got tickets to a theater. Like I got Hail tickets.
That's pretty fun.
And it was good. It was fun. But I lost 30 pounds.
Wow.
During Christmas time. So we started I think it was it was October 1st, and we were going till the end of the year.
Wow.
Right? So 3 months, right?
With Thanksgiving in the middle.
Yeah, no. And
pack it all back in
and like we had cheat times, right?
Yeah.
Still, like,
of course.
but I lost 30 pounds.
That's crazy.
And my goal was only 20, right? And I lost 30
You
pounds.
exceeded that goal.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and so I won. And yeah, no, like, yeah, it's kind.
Did you eat it all?
No, I did. But what? So okay, so
starving himself.
So this was like my goal thing, like to go over like goals. So what I did is I had a spinach shake. So like I'd add spinach to a shake. Every morning I'd have a fruit smoothie with spinach in it because spinach helps fiber and it helps maintain your diet to like have your gut pretty much flush out things, right? And so I did that every morning with a protein shake in. So like I'd pour a protein shake, the spinach, the fruit, and I'd have that in the morning. For lunch, I would literally have cheese wrapped with salami, and I'd have and like
this all sounds disgusting.
That
I'm losing
does.
weight just thinking about how awful this is.
like no, and it tastes good. Like I do Havarti and like
What's Havarti? I don't know.
Havarti's a type of cheese that's really creamy.
Oh.
And it's really good. Like you can either have it from goat or cow, right?
Okay.
And it like it's similar to like Swiss where it has holes
Is
in
it like a smelly cheese?
No, it's really creamy. And I do it with hard salami because hard salami has that like really good taste. I love hard salami.
I like salami. It's a weird flavor.
No, and I'd have that with some spinach rolled in, just so I can get some more fiber in, and I'd eat those, and then I'd have whatever like we were having at my house for dinner, right? So like those two things were like the health stuff to like clean my gut out, right? And then dinner was whatever we're having. Like sometimes we'd have spaghetti, like different stuff like that, and I lost so much weight, and I did work out a little bit more. Like I went running because I used to love running, and then I hurt my knee really bad, but like that was kind of like my goal, and that's like I was so proud of that. Now I've gained all that weight back, but it was funny how just like changing that diet style changed everything for me. So
well, I mean, kind of like what you were talking about when you said you lost 30 pounds, that reminded me of this past summer. So one of my goals for myself as well, for my body, is I want to take better care of my body because I have a really bad habit of not eating for a very long amount of time and starving myself by accident just because I forget to like just go do other things and eat. And so I just get so focused on certain things, or I'm just so busy with other things, I just don't get food. And
I like that too.
Yeah, you can't do that. You gotta eat food.
Got it!
I'm just kidding.
I'm more reserved than you, man.
I have nothing. Okay, but so I actually was not this skinny when I left to go out to do that job in Kentucky. So for the summer, you guys know this, but I went out to do a pest control job for a marketing company, and my job was spraying the houses down with pest control out in Kentucky. That's what I did. And when I first left, I weighed just barely around 160 something pounds. So I had some meat on me, right? I had some muscle, whatever. And the entire summer, I mean, I would eat pretty good for some days, and then I would go like 2 or 3 days without eating anything.
Wait, really? Like full days?
Full days. And
really?
Yeah, I wouldn't even eat a dang thing for the entire day for like 2 or 3 days straight because I would just be so busy. Because the way that job worked, especially for the summer, it's like a big competition for those companies. And so that's all it is. It's just competition. And your whole thing is literally just make as much money as you can, do as many houses as you can, just go and go and go and go and go until you can't move. And so that was the goal, is just keep going. And I worked with one of the best sales reps of that company in the entire nation. And he sold about 1.2-ish million within that summer alone. And that was within 5 months of him being there. And I was there only a couple weeks after he showed up. And so every single day, pretty much, except for Sundays, my job was up at like 8 or 9, depending on the day. And then you'd work until 11 o'clock p.m. and you'd just be working your butt off.
Yeah.
But some days it wasn't so bad because I could sit in my van for like a couple of hours here and there just waiting for him to get a sale. But for the most part, you're just knocking out houses after house after house. And then, sometimes in the morning they put you on other people's jobs. And so you're just walking around with this heavy pack on your back all day, and you're just moving and walking, and you're just doing all this stuff all the time. And over the course of the summer, after doing that for so long and not eating for so many days in a row sometimes, and just having a weird eating schedule, I came home and I didn't weigh myself until I got home because my wife looked at me when I got home and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how emaciated you were." Because she was out there when I was there for a little bit, but she didn't notice it until she went home for a month. And then I came home and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you look like you're anorexic." I lost 30 pounds.
Really?
I went down to 130 pounds. From 160-ish down to 130. I was actually around 126 when I got home. I was literally just my wife and I were almost the same weight. It was ridiculously scary. And I was I'm still skinny, but I gained weight. I'm at 145 now. So I'm gaining that weight back, but I want to start putting it on muscle. And one of my main goals is to take better care of my body and be more consistent in my health. Because now, since I had neglected my body for so long, now I actually have medical problems that I'm getting checkups on now for, and they're monitoring my blood because of my neglect to eat food properly.
You probably
it won't cause any bad things.
Yeah.
I just need to eat better, and then it will be fine. So they're not worried about it. But yeah, it's just like if you don't take care of yourself, you're gonna have problems, and you have to come back from it, and it's hard to recover properly.
Well, and the thing is, like, sometimes you don't lose weight from that, like, cause like this semester for me at school, like, I had the weirdest schedule, so I would eat at the weirdest times, and like Tuesday, Thursdays, I would never eat lunch, and lunch is really big for me. Like, it helps me maintain like my metabolism and everything for the day, and I didn't do that, and so I'm like I would get dizzy and stuff. And I'd have like a stage combat class, and I'd be like woozy while fighting someone, and I was like, yeah, I need to take better care of myself too. But like, I didn't lose weight necessarily because I was not eating food, but I lost health, right? Because it's one or the other, like, or sometimes both. It's crazy, and I think it's so funny. Everyone has their health goal, you know, for it, and
most people don't ever actually commit.
Oh, I know.
See, I didn't lose a whole ton of weight. Like when I would work long hours, and I'd be working the 16 or 18-hour shifts.
Oh yeah.
And like wake up early, come
you
home
know what
late.
it's like doing that.
Like you eat once a day, but like you're eating late at night before you go to bed, where you're not going to burn it off. So all of it stores, even though you're only eating once. Yeah. And so that makes it like so you don't lose weight. At least in my case.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet like people that have like sit down jobs for their entire day, they can go like a day or two and just not eat a lot, and they won't lose a lot of weight, because if you're not moving and exercising, your body isn't gonna really use that energy properly, and it's just not gonna lose the weight because you're just sitting there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, like, cause I was moving and going, and when I wasn't eating, right, and I still like just maintained. And I'm like, weird, like it's just like stored, you know,
that's strange.
That's why a lot of doctors tell you to eat like something in the morning. It doesn't have to be like a full breakfast, but like a piece of fruit to just get your metabolism going.
Get your energy moving.
And it helps you digest for the rest of the day.
You know, one thing that I actually learned, and I was actually doing really good at this too. So when I used to work at this like a mentorship ranch, like 15-20 minutes away from here, I wasn't drinking a lot of water at first, because I didn't really care to like drink a lot of water, especially because I just, but anyway, like I would drink water and stuff like that occasionally, but it wasn't like all the time. But later in my time being there, we were doing a lot more physical activity. We were outside a lot in the heat, and especially down here in the desert. It reaches up to like 110 sometimes. It's ridiculous. And so if you're outside all day, you have to drink water, or else you get really dizzy and you pass out. And I've passed out from dehydration one time when I was 15, and it's scary. But like after a while of doing that, I would wake up in the morning, because I read somewhere that if you drink 2 glasses of water in the morning, it kicks your metabolism into high gear, and it starts boosting your body, and it starts getting your body going, because it helps everything start moving properly. Your organs wake up and everything starts going, and it gets the blood pumping to your brain and everything. So it helps you with a lot of things. So I started doing that, and I noticed a huge difference, because when I was first there, I would just wake up and I wouldn't eat anything really in the morning, and I would just start going, and I'm like super groggy for like most of the day, and I'm like, I don't want to do this, blah, blah, blah. And then like after I started drinking 2 glasses of water right as soon as I wake up, I'm like, oh, okay, I feel a lot better. And it took me like a couple of days to start noticing that change, but it started actually working. Like I noticed a huge change. Yeah, I mean, it's true. Like if you take care of your body, you're gonna have really good results.
Yeah. What's funny is like my wife is terrible about eating. Like if she is like depressed or anxious, she will not eat, and she'll like refuse to. Like no, like if I suggest something and she's like, oh, can you get me something from the internet? And I'm like, oh, I don't have time. And she's like, well, I don't want to eat it all then. And it's like, wait, no, like you still need to eat. We need to figure that out, right? Like, and I think it's funny. Like we need to. Sometimes in like our mindsets, when we get like depressed or like kind of like we're not getting our way sometimes, right? We're like fine, I won't do it then. Like, and like you either get distracted or you just become stubborn about it. Like there's like experiences that like I've heard where like people are like, oh, I don't eat lunch, so it's fine, right? Or like I had a boss that would never eat lunch, and I would say like, oh, I skipped lunch today, and he's like, well, I never had lunch, and he'd do this like whole comparison thing, like, and I'm fine.
That's annoying.
Right? But then I was
I
like,
can starve, you can starve.
yeah,
Free
yeah,
man.
yeah. It was like that, and I was like, wow, comparison really is like the thief of joy, right? Because just saying like, oh, that person doesn't need lunch doesn't mean I don't need lunch, because we all have different needs. And I think that's like one thing that's like really important with like goals, right? Is we all have different needs, and it's like so important. But yeah, any last thoughts before we wrap up, guys? Like about the new year, kind of goals before we wrap up here.
I mean, just stick to what you say you're gonna do. You know, I mean, if you say you're gonna do something, at least try to go through with it and follow through. That's the only way you can actually make a goal a real goal. And set your goals and make it reasonable and make it something that you can actually reach.
And track, even.
Yeah.
Sweet. Thank you for watching How the Blank. So I'm Braxton. What I'm working on currently is the Kim project. We're trying to get it to more schools. So if there's any schools out there interested in teaching kids about connection, energy, and movement, please reach out to us through either our Facebook or you can email us at whattheblankentertainment.com. And check out our website, check out our Facebook, and check out our Instagram. Yeah. And we also have TikTok, and we'll have a lot of these fun clip videos on there. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for your time.
Bye.